Suggest to you, Chair, that the first transmission of interference is an incompetent, corrupt, and ideologically unclear leadership. The second is a structure in the bureaucracy of government and administration that is beholden to the white gaze or to external gaze. Within the public administration, you harvest intelligence and you harvest efficiency. The third is religion, as you rightly said. Religion, and it's not just Christianity. We have seen the competition for different sects of Islam in the Horn, in the Mediterranean. And it's not just religion, it's NGOs, international and national. Not just those, but churches as well. And I'm talking about these as institutions. But ultimately, Steve Biko described the vector of interference. He says the most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. If you do not control what you educate, if you do not control what you communicate, if you do not control your narrative, you develop what we've seen, a disconnect between the leadership and the citizenry, a disconnect between the old and the young, a disconnect between the analog generation that has power and the virtual generation that is unemployed. A disconnect that is easy to employ. The future of this intervention, Chair, data and the digital platforms will define the most potent weapon in interference. You do not need to do it physically, it will be done remotely. And lastly, Chair, I want to suggest to you, the second most potent is economic fragility. A people that cannot feed themselves, that depend on foreigners to feed them, will become slaves, either willingly or by force, until this continent assures its stomach infrastructure by its ability to feed itself, until this continent assures its mental infrastructure by the ability to think for itself and ideate. Then this continent will be thought for by others, fed by others. There's no liberty without these liberated intellectual zones and the ability to feed yourself. So interference happens because of our own inferiority and because of the supremacist views of others. Thank you.